Welcome to the TMC Newsroom. My name is Rich Tehrani. Thanks for watching us today. We're in Boston, Massachusetts this week, meeting with some of the companies in the Massachusetts area, learning about what's happening in the communications world and the technology world. On our program is Adrea Orioli. He's the VP of Operations at FluidMesh Networks. Adrea, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us here today.
It's my pleasure, our pleasure. So. Good place to start is just to let anybody who's not familiar with your company, just give them an overview of what you do.
Sure. FluidMesh Networks is a US-based company here in Boston, and we manufacture wireless products mainly for the security space. So we manufacture wireless radios that we use and we hook up to security devices like security cameras, but we also do data communication or industrial application with our products.
And so, you know, you've got the word mesh in your company name. So is it a mesh network where these devices work together to propagate a signal?
Exactly. So our products are designed and engineered to work in different topologies. So they go from mesh networks to point-to-multipoint or to the simple point-to-point links. So you can just have, start from a single link that connects two buildings together to a more complex topology where you have different assets that you want to connect to a single point, like a point-to-multipoint, or the mesh, which stays also in our name, the mesh network, which is a more complex network where each node can talk each other. You have redundancy, and it's a redundant network, and you have like rings. So it's a completely different way to design a system.
And so you have a number of different customers. I was looking at some of the case studies on your website in many different industries, right? From video to smart grid, right? What other areas?
So, well, our main focus is security, as I said, but then we do also backhauling applications, so like pure data communication. We work a little bit in the energy space, like smart grids, and then we do also industrial application, like oil and gas offshore application, or the main driver is always the security part of the system.
So what sorts of trends have you seen in the market? How are things changing?
Well, the idea is that everything now is IP based. We're talking about megapixel cameras for the security space, and we're going into something that is more like from a fixed infrastructure, from a wireless point of view. From our point of view, we're going from a fixed infrastructure to a more flexible and movable infrastructure. So for next year, for example, we're going to release a new product called Fluidity, which is a product that will allow us to deploy assets and devices on movable vehicles like trains or light trains or buses spread all around the municipality. So we're breaking the limit of the current technology that doesn't allow enough bandwidth or enough flexibility, and doesn't allow you to bring video streams, which is heavy bandwidth, from a train back to a control room, for example. So the police department now or the municipality now, they can from the control room get live feeds from trains and public transportation, and get the full situational awareness they're looking for. So being aware of what's going on in the city and being able to look at a map and click on the train and get into the train and see the cameras in a very quick and fast way.
What's next for the company?
Well, this is our main focus now. Then the idea is that FluidMesh this year went through like an acquisition, so we're part of a bigger group right now. So we have we're investigating new markets in terms of geographical expansion of the company, and also new vertical markets like here in the U.S. So we're growing fast, and the mobility piece will be very important for us.
That's great. Well, thank you so much for being on the program.
Thank you.
This was great.
Thank you for having us here.